All right, good morning, everyone. Let's see. So we currently have one viewer. I'm going to guess that's Work Diver. It's either Work Diver or Sauger. Maybe Yoni B. And we got a lot to look at today. So, Roku. Let's see. Roku stock falls after coronavirus drives increase in advertising cancellations. Now, this is something that I can speak specifically to because I am involved with the web marketing and advertising of the company that I work with. And I don't know about Roku, but I can speak for Google, with Google Ads and all of that, people have definitely been pulling away from their advertising. So, uh, anyway, so yeah, that actually is a thing. And so it's going to be interesting to see what Roku does today. Um, Roku has a price target of $128, and so I mean we're resting right around that price target. And I don't, you know, I don't know. I don't claim to know where that's going to go in the long term. But I think today, from a technical standpoint, I mean, we could work our way up towards yesterday's close. I highly doubt that to be the case, but again, it depends on how strong the SPY is. As you can see here, the SPY is strong. The SPY is doing very well, and we've had a lot of breakout to the upside. Now, this has been in pre-market, so we could always experience a sell-off today on this. But I don't know, guys. This is looking bullish. There's everything in this is looking bullish. Okay, so we have to take that into consideration with what happens with any of these stocks today, I think. Now, if there's some divergence or whatever, then that's going to be pretty notable. But it looks like here in pre-market, it has come up over. It has kind of hit around the 29 level, and I imagine it will face continued resistance at 130. But I don't know. Again, I'm gonna just be looking for scalping opportunity. So good morning, Work Diver, and good morning, Akil. Is that how you say it, Akil? Um, Hope you guys are doing all right. Thanks for joining us, Akil. You are probably new to the chat. I think you might have subscribed, been a recent subscriber. Is that correct? Good to meet you. FEYE is um, kind of gapped up on hype, overhype, um, almost. I don't know. I don't know if you would call it fake news, but I really feel like today, and this is not going to remain second on my gap list, by the way. I am going to be moving it, but I think that this has a good opportunity to go short today. So, which is why I've included it. Tesla was actually called out by Work Diver last night. And we've been facing a ton of resistance right here at the 800 mark. So this could break out. This could break out. Um, and with Tesla, I think that's a great possibility. So but this level right here, 806.98, I think is a level that it could meet a little resistance from. It could still continue to go past that, but 805, 806, roughly around that point. Um, if it breaks out from there, then I think it could be a great long. Uber, as you guys can see, took a little bit of a loss on Uber this morning. Not much. I was just testing the waters with Uber this morning, really, and they reported earnings yesterday and really dropped low, and then got bought up massively. But I think I think it's a short squeeze, or I think this was a short squeeze. Might not have been, but the thing is if we can continue to stay below the $33 level, where all this is here, I think that's going to be relatively significant. And I think also, even if it comes up, I'd be more prone to draw that here because that was kind of a fake out breakout. We've kind of got this nice trend going here. So even if it comes up to like 33.20, and if it seems to hold below that, that might be a good place to go short. Now, if it breaks out above it and confirms over that trend line, I'd probably look for a pullback and then, a long position on that. And if it breaks 33, I would probably look for a temporary long on it. Again, a lot of this is dependent on what the SPY does. Uber tracks very faithfully with the SPY, so that's something to keep in mind. Also, NCLH continues to push. Man, I almost kind of want to take just a couple, maybe just a few hundred shares here on this because I think this is due for a bit of a pullback. Morning, Sagar. Morning, Yoni B. Good to see you guys. Let's just see what happens with this. I mean, I'd be willing to risk. It's having a really hard time at that 13 point, but if it goes through 13, it's really gonna go. So it's risking very little unless somebody just comes in and just buys the crap out of it, which can happen in pre-market. So I'm a little hesitant here, but let's see. I'll put out 300 there at 12.96, and if it jumps up and grabs it and then goes, let's see what would happen here on the 1 minute. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm not even going to mess with that right now. Save is another one that, we could get today, that we could get a really good long out of this, kind of like what we did yesterday, but I'd be willing to size up with a little bit bigger share size, just because it is a lower priced stock. So, it's got a price target of $21, and I think, again, if this is one of those things where if SPY is remaining strong, I think Save could be really good. I would look for a sell-off at the market open. Now, if it immediately starts getting the buy up, that's when I'll be very interested to go ahead and jump in. But I would expect a sell-off, maybe even down to, where was it? Was it the the 10, right at the $10 levels? I would look for sell-off down there before getting in to go long. Work is very interesting. Very interesting because it has finally made a breakout here. But this has been a difficult one in the past for me to trade. Regardless, I think every other time it's hit this roughly around the $30 mark, there's been a huge, massive sell-off. Huge, massive sell-off. Huge sell-off, okay? And I'm wondering if I'm curious as to see what happens. Like when this opens up, the question in my mind is there going to be another huge massive sell-off? Or, because obviously somebody's been taking profits on this. Somebody's been taking profits on this every time it hits this $30 mark. Somebody's just unloading shares, selling it and selling it. So if this continues to show strength, I would definitely be interested in going long on work. But we'll need to see volume pour in on it too. So good morning, Notergen. Good to see you. So we got Work Diver, we got Akil, we've got Sauger, Yoni B, and Notergen. Huge list today. Yes, there is, and I'm gonna try to trim it down. CWH is another one of those ones that I think is overextended, and it's kind of hitting these levels here on the daily. Now, could it continue to go up? Absolutely, but this isn't a stock that typically moves like this. And I could see people doing profit taking. There's a 30% short float interest on it, and it's a 32 million share float. So it's got a price target of $10.81. And, they reported their first quarter results, and I think they were good. Let me look back up the news on that. Overall, we were pleased with our first quarter results, especially considering the impact of pandemic at the end of the quarter with our current expense structure, positioning of our inventory, and what we consider to be sufficient liquidity and working capital. We believe we are well positioned to take advantage of the positive trends we are seeing in our business to grow market share. So anyway, so it's not the best. I mean, they're if you give year-over-year comparisons, their revenue decreased 3.5% or 3.5%. Their gross profit increased. I think their income from operations, their net loss and diluted loss per share of Class A common stock were 13.3 million. Yeah. So anyway, I just kind of see this as kind of like a blankety blank type thing. I really don't. I don't see how this is going to hold. I mean, you can see here already it tried to break these highs again in pre-market, and it just couldn't. So this is one of those things where it's like, man, I mean, even if we get just a 40-cent move on, maybe 400 shares or something like that, I mean, it could be significant. But again, volume would have to pour in, and this spread would have to close. So FBIO, I do have NCLH. I don't know, man. This has lost a lot of its pre-market value here. So I don't know how confident I feel on this one. It's not a huge former runner. Might leave this one alone unless you're shorting. But let me see the information on this. So it's a 58 million share float. Has very little short float interest. I mean, it's easy to borrow. So I don't know. It could be interesting. Z, work, snap on a back burner. Yeah. Long plays. Okay. Yeah, Z can always be fun to trade. Again, volume would have to come in on this. I mean, there's almost no pre-market volume right now. But yeah, that's a good one to keep on watch. So FEYE, I think I'd be interested at the break of 1235. Tesla, I'm interested at the break of 800. I'll put in I'll see if this gets up to 797. I'll set an alert here. So 797. Okay. see gaining some support. It might be a scalp play if I have available time or capital. Okay, never pre-market volume. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So we're in agreement about that. I mean, obviously, you know, it would have to pick up. Really, Roku and Uber are probably my top. NCLH is probably up there, and then Save. Man, what a nice pullback. I could have gotten in really nice with those 300 shares there. Oh well. Save again. I would look for it to drop to $10, and so I'm gonna hit an alert on Save. I want to know if it hits $10 on the bid, because I'm gonna want to look for a bounce there, and then CWH is you know, the gap is closing on that one. Disney's another interesting one. I think they're reporting, you know, there's talks of their parks opening back up, or maybe they're opening back up already. I don't know. There was something along the lines of that. TWLO seems like, you know, if it loses, where was it? Was it right here? 164.43? No, 164.28. If it loses that level, that could be interesting. But TWLO is very hard to trade. So yeah, PVAC, I was looking at that earlier. Yeah, this could be interesting. This could be interesting. If it breaks through this, you know, this level up here, this $8 level, and what was the float on that? 15 million share float. Yeah. Okay. So I'll put an alert on PVAC at 775, 776. Break out at 8. Potential. And all these other ones down here, I mean, I'll check them out. I'll come in here later and just see how all these other ones are doing. But really, like I said, the main ones I'm watching, actually Uber is probably the first. And then Roku, and then NCLH, and then Save. I've got alerts set for all this stuff. FEYE. Tesla. Workdiver is you know, pointed out Tesla, and it really does have a good daily chart here. You know, there could be a breakout over 800. I would want to see a confirmed breakout over 806. Although I think I'd still feel fine with getting in at the break of 800. You know, maybe after a slight pullback or something. Work would be interesting to see a pullback to $30. So 30.05 bid. TWLO. I want to know if it taps back up around 170, and I'd probably put an alert at 169.40, and then I want to know if it breaks 165. 164.28 is the breakdown of TWLO. So break out 164.28. Then TWLO, I want to know if you get up to 169.40. That could be a great place. If it meets resistance up there around 170, that could be a great place for a reversal. Piton's got a lot of chop. But tell you what, continues to fail. So it could continue to go. PSTI is a really difficult one to trade. I'm pretty much staying away from that one. I mean, it really is a difficult one to trade. I'm not saying that it's not going to go anywhere, but it's a lot of whipsaw action there. So I'm going to be very, 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 very careful with that one. Roku, I'm going to mark out pre-market levels here. We'll keep that there. And this one, lighten up. This one we'll look for a break. And CLH, be very interesting to see what happens with that. I'm going to give that one some time to work itself out. PWLO looks like it's going to continue to get a flush down. I mean, this one is really overextended. It's kind of like Wayfair. It's just like, it's ridiculously overextended. And Wayfair, I mean, Wayfair, I don't even know what's happening with that one, so. Well, yeah, let us know how Z continues to play out. Let us know how that continues to play out. I'd be very interested, Notergen. I really would. I think we might be on to something with that. Uber getting a little hammered here. Might be some profit taken on it. Out the gates. It's getting a nice little pullback. Roku, very spready. Uber's getting a strong push. TWLO is getting a strong push. Might jump in here. Might be a good place to jump in TWLO. We'll see. Comes over 169. We'll consider getting out on that. There we go. Nice little push there. Looks like it might be choppy. See if we should add. See if TWLO can continue to get a pullback here. Here, we'll come out, take a little profit there. We got 167.82, so we'll just see what can happen with the rest of that. See if it wants to continue breaking down. Uber looks like it's making a strong push up. Okay, TWLO, gonna go ahead and come out that. Oh, I think I might have taken a loss on that last. Tesla. It's working its way up. Now it's got to break that 800. It's got to look like, at least look like it's going to break it. I don't know, it's having a hard time. See if we can get the push. Meeting a lot of resistance there. Work is whippy as ever. Roku making a nice strong pullback. Uber got rejected right off that trend line. Wish I'd been there for that. So I'm going to go ahead and start averaging in, I think, with 100 shares on Uber. What in the world is happening here? I don't know what was going on with that. SPY's dropping, so I would kind of expect for Uber to get a little bit of a drop. It's racing back up towards that trend line. I think it's going to get a drop here, guys. I think it's going to get a drop. It's holding. It's holding. Okay, come out half. Let's wait for it again. Maybe we'll get it. See if we can get that. Come on. Let's get the flush down here. Man, it's holding. And SPY's dropping. SPY's dropping. Uber's holding. Ah. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice little move down there. Okay, we'll take off half. See if we can get more of a move down. It's looking like it wants to fail here on the 15-minute. We got to get below 32.38. Really got to get below 32.38. Oh, come on. Come on. SPY's failing. Bust 32.40. Come on, bust it. Bust through. Bust through. Break 40. Come on. Can't do it, guys. I got to take it, unfortunately. Okay. Got to come out some more there. $32.74 average on 150 shares. SPY's holding. Come on, Uber. Break it down. Break it down. Let's break that 32.40 area. Come on. Comes back up over 70. I got to take it. Well, we'll say, yeah. Take half. And then if it comes over VWAP, okay. All right. So, decent move on Uber. Let's look at Roku. So, Roku got a rejection there. That's pretty good. I like that. TWLO still kind of just whippy, choppy, but having a hard time making it above 167.20. Can it do it here? We'll see. And Uber, I don't see how Uber is surviving right now. Okay. SPY is failing. How is Uber getting bought up? How is Uber getting bought up right there over VWAP? Come on. Yeah, you ought to be getting hammered. Come out half. Just in case. Don't want to get squeezed out here. Okay. TWLO. Nice, huge squeeze up there. A little spready for my taste. FEYE, let's check that out. Where's it looking at on the 5-minute? Okay, bounced off a previous close. It's holding support here. Work is somewhat holding support. Very choppy though. Uber, let's look at Uber again. Check out the 5-minute. We do have Chop Fest going on here, so it's really hard to say. Man, I'll tell you what, if it loses it, it's going to lose it. Okay. See if we can finally get that break below 40. See if we can finally get that sell-off we've been looking for. Come on. Don't chop me out. Come on, Uber. You want to move down. We all know you want to go down. It's not quite. Gonna be patient with this one. Gonna try to be. It's a lot of selling here, guys. But if we're chopping, SPY's butting up against VWAP. Hasn't broken through VWAP yet. Man, what a chop fest. We need to break 40. Come on, let's break 40. Let's break, there we go. Finally got the break. Continued break. Come on. 20s. Here, I'll take half there. Come on. Let's go, Uber. Let's go. You know you want to go. You know you want to get destroyed. Coming out another 100 shares there just in case. I'll consider adding to my position in the chop. Although SPY is breaking VWAP. Uber loves following Daddy SPY around. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. Consider taking another half. And it did not take my half. It's at 32.14, so I'll take it again at the break of 32.14. Let me just see what can happen here on the rest of these shares. Let's look at this. What are we butting up against here? Nothing major. Nothing major. So I'd almost be prone to jump back in. Missed the ad. Missed the ad. It's okay. See if we can get it to come up a little bit more. We'll add again. Where are we at here? 32.10. Okay, so we'll go for the break of 32.10. Hopefully that'll be enough. SPY's getting a fail of VWAP. So this could come back up. Okay, SPY's getting is breaking through VWAP. So I'm going to come out there and we'll give this another stab here in a minute. Roku, continue to make a move up. Going to go ahead and draw a trend line here. So look for another trend line rejection. Uber 32.10. So SPY is showing strength, but Uber is showing a bit of weakness. So see if we can get it to climb up just a little bit. Still not a lot of buying. Let's see. See what it can do here. Okay, the 1 minute's poking through that EMA. 2 minute. I'm gonna go ahead and get another short position here. And then at the break of 32.16, I'll consider adding. But we want to see a rejection on SPY, a very clear rejection on SPY. Uber's weak. It's weak. And I think if it breaks 32.16 and then 32.10, those would be two good spots to add again. Let's see how it's looking on the 5 minute. 32.20 on the 5 minute. 32.20 will be my add. SPY's pretty bullish though right now, guys, so may have to come out. SPY really needs to fill that VWAP. This is the tightening range here, so this will be the breakup or the breakdown on this candle. Again, I may have to come out. So we want to see a good solid flush. It's holding. It's holding. We're going to get that flush. Okay. It's holding, guys. I'm coming out just to be safe. I'll consider adding again at the break of 32.20. Taking Roku long. Okay, cool. See if we can get in. Let's get in for the break. There we go. Oh, coming out half just because I don't like how it's stalling there. There we go. Let's get 32.10. Come on. 32.16 and then 32.10. There we go. Come on. Wow. Lots of stalling, guys. Lots of stalling. It's having a really hard time breaking. This could be a turnaround moment for Uber. If it does not continue breaking down, we need to see a continued breakdown here. Okay. All right, got to come out. So Roku. Okay, Roku broke out of pre-market highs and broke out through that trend line. So yes, this would be a decent area to get in long on Roku. NCLH a little whippy for my taste. Save did not quite come down to the point that I was looking for it to come down to. FEYE, not a lot of volume. It is maintaining below VWAP. I guess I could always get out at the break of 1206. I could go in with some pretty good share size here and just get out at 1206. So it's maintaining. Let's just see. It's a pretty big buy up on that 15-minute. We're going to get that break here. Tempted to give it a stab. Just not a lot of volume. So this is the kind of stock that can be real easy to get squeezed on. Let's look at the 1 minute. Be a fake out breakout real easily. I'll check back on it later. Okay, Tesla, really good long on Tesla. Tesla held it. It's breaking out. Good for Tesla. Where are we at on the 2 minute? Or the 1 minute? So it's a good call on that, Work Diver. Good call, good call. CWH continuing to push up, breaking past all these levels here. Really good job for CWH. Came all the way down, tapped right here where all this consolidation was, and yeah, just started getting bought right back up. So good job on that. Maybe a little bit of a pullback here. Uber touched VWAP. I mean, if this doesn't confirm it, I don't know what would. Roku's getting a pretty hardcore rejection there. I'll tell you what, Roku has been nothing but action. TWLO getting a massive buy up, massive short squeeze here on TWLO. So actually looks good for a pullback. I missed it, unfortunately. I don't feel good about getting in here. So moving on, BYND getting a nice little buy up. See what Disney's doing. Disney got a drop off. Now it's getting a nice little buy up here, but could be doing the same thing. Just, you know, setting up for a nice pullback. Disney's showing a little divergence from the SPY, but I think there's enough here to get in for a scalp to the short side, just on a pullback. SPY's failing, so we'll see. There we go. See if we can get a solid $30, $40 move on Disney. We'll consider adding. I am looking for a move down to let's see. It's getting a nice push up here. 43. Don't know if I want to add quite yet. I'm just watching the SPY. Part of the reason I took this is because Disney follows the SPY pretty heavily, and the SPY looked like it was getting a VWAP rejection, or it looked like it was coming back for a VWAP fake out. So that may actually not be the case now, and I may have to be very, very careful with this one, but I'll probably look to take these shares on Disney off. Let's see if we can get a, well, it's getting a nice pullback. I guess if we can break down, I would take it at, okay, it's a nice little move down there. Let's see what it's looking like on the 1 minute. Guess I'd look to take half at 23. If it can get that move down. There we go. Did we get it? Almost. There we go. We got filled on half there. So we got 50 shares left, and it'd be interesting to see if SPY does get a fail and we can get a move all the way down here into the 107s. I'd probably look to take it at 107.73. The other 50 shares. Really wish I had added up there. I was thinking about it, but see if we can get it. Can we get it? If we get a pullback, I'll go ahead and take half. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to take half. And we'll take the other, we'll see what the other 25 does. We'll just see what the other 25 does, and we'll put a stop at, I mean, I'd love to get a full dollar move on that last 25. So it'd be 107.43. So I'll just put it there. We'll see what it does. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay, so Uber failed. Uber had a nice fail. Good job, Uber. So 31.84. Had a recovery from 31.83 all the way up here. Let's see if we can get a recovery all the way up to the 30s. So for a recovery up to the 30s. If it looks like it's going to have a hard time, I'll just get in on it. There we go. Nice push. Nice push up to the 30s. Come on. Here, I'm going to jump in there. I'll let it get up to the 40s now. I'll average in. Okay, this is good. 32.25. Let's see if we can get another push. Otherwise, I'll take the scalp at 32.05. But let's see if we can get up here. Maybe even in the 40s would be good. Although SPY's getting a nice little buy up here, so might need to be careful of that. Might even carry that to 31.95. See what we're looking like here. It looks like it's going to pause. Then I may have to take it just because SPY is bullish right now. There we go. Come on. It's a nice little move down. There we go. You need to see a break of 32.15. So if it comes above 34, I'll probably need to get out just in case, because that might be a pretty bullish turnaround there. But we do want to see a break of 32.15. I would consider even adding there. See, can we get it? Can we get it? Nope. Ah, come on. Is it gonna, nah, it's gonna break. Okay. It's making another leg up here. Come on. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. I will consider averaging. I think this is a good, I think it's going to meet some resistance here. Uber's been whippy. That's why I didn't get out, just because it's been whippy. And looking at the 5-minute, I mean, if it closes above that EMA, I'll probably be a little more skeptical, and SPY continues to push. So getting a good move on Uber. Yeah, I don't think I care to average right now. There we go. Okay. Close below that EMA. Close below that EMA. Ah. Did it? Not really. Come on. You've been whippy all day. You've been whippy all day. Let's see. Don't act like, don't grow a conscience now. Uber, don't grow a conscience now. Man, it's maintaining. That 1 minute, it's maintaining on that EMA. Risking very little here, so I'm not too concerned. But a lot of wicks on the 2 minute. chop. It's chop. Tesla screaming high. Long PTSI. Okay. Be careful with that. Yoni B's on Roku, yeah. Tesla or SPY is making highs. It's making me really nervous on Uber. Want to see continued divergence here, but Uber really does follow SPY a lot. So let's just see what we can do here. Gonna try to be patient with it. Man, I'll tell you what, it is holding. It is holding. Come on. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pay for the trade. And so we got 50 left on Uber, and I'll just see what that 50 can do. We'll see if we can break 31.84. There may be a significant pullback, so just in case there is. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. We're going to see if Uber can continue to make a flush down. We'll just see what it does here. It could be making a turnaround on the daily, I suppose, if SPY remains strong. I mean, that's kind of a big if. And here's the thing, and this is the difference between trading live and trading in the simulator. I would have completely averaged in all the way up to VWAP. You know, I'd have a 300 share position right now, and I would have taken half off, at the first take profit there. But so Roku making a nice move up. We are hitting some areas up there at 133. I love this candle right here. It's a nice bearish candle. Let's see, 135.47. Should be able to get a quick flush, yeah. I thought about it. Again, that's kind of the difference in trading live, trading in a simulator. I'd be up an extra 80 bucks right now if I had taken that trade. Let's see, save, getting a pullback. Still think it's good for a long. FEYE. So FEYE did squeeze up and then it rolled over and pulled back. So we'll look for a pullback to VWAP. Tesla, continue to make that move. Good job, Tesla. And good job, Workdiver. Workdiver called that one. Work is finally getting bought up off the 30 level. So that's interesting. It's kind of whippy. You know, it's a hesitating form of there's a hesitating form of buying here, but anyway, we'll see how this goes down. Let me check back in with Disney. So Disney looks like, I mean, it's really like to see it fail, and I would even take that 25 shares at, let's just put a stop. I'm going to put a stop above 108.30. So if it doesn't get up there, I'd like to see how far down it can get. Uber, Chop Fest on Uber, but I can see it continuing to roll over and come down, so I'm going to maintain my position on it. And I may even get back in with another 50 shares here to bring my average up a little bit. There we go. So we got 100 at 32.30. Obviously, I'd want to get out at the break of 32.50. I don't know if I'd want to take that much, though. We'll say, I want to say the break of that 5-minute candle, but I'll go ahead and just put it in. I've got to take a quick break. I'll be right back, guys.
It wants me to upload February 2020 account statement.
February 2020 bank account statement? Like paycheck statement or bank account?
It says account statement. I'm giving Wells Fargo our account number, our routing number, and then it says attach February 2020 account statement.
Okay. Okay, let me see if I can do this here. Make sure it doesn't. I did, Sagar. Thanks. Sorry, guys. Taking care of some banking stuff over here. Thanks for all the shout outs about the mic. um, this is going to take a few minutes. So, NCLH finally getting crushed. Finally getting crushed. Um, Disney tapped me out. It's okay. Work still making that move up. Tesla holding. Yeah, these are some good. Ooh, nice pullback on Roku. And nice place to get out on ZM. Called that perfectly. Okay, guys, give me another few minutes here. Okay, guys, I'm back. Uber looks like it's going to continue to get this VWAP fail, but I don't know for sure. And I want to be careful with it right now. It's been very whippy. You can see we got a buy up all the way up to 32.70. But it failed. It failed, and this is kind of bearish here. So, but the thing is we've been gracefully obeying this trend line just about. I don't know. I mean, technically we've broken trend. And this could be, this could be a head and shoulders pattern forming. So I'm looking at the SPY. The SPY is getting bought up. Uber typically follows the price action of the SPY, or the strength, I should say, the strength of the SPY. Zoom out and look at the overall arching perspective here. So it's kind of right here. There's a lot of previous resistance right here, which it may just be having a really hard time pushing above. So the question is can we get the rollover here? And the other question is, how much would we be willing to put in to see? Or how much would we be willing to lose just to see? So obviously if this broke trend line, so we'd be risking about $20 here. So not a big deal. And really, I could just do 50 shares. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 50 shares, and let's see if we can finally get the rollover here. If it looks like it's going to break trend, we'll just get out. So I'll set a stop here on 50 shares at 32. 66. Let's see. No, I could do that. I could tap back over it. Let's just say 70. If it gets past 70, we'll get out. We'll give it plenty of room to breathe. It's only 50 shares. It's not a big deal if it doesn't work. In case this is forming a head and shoulders pattern, if we do get a break, we'll at the very least get a double bottom. So we will probably clear a good 40, I would say $40 on that at least, maybe 35, $40 on that. But then if we get a breakdown and a breakthrough, although it is sitting on top of the 200-day moving average, if we get the breakthrough, we could maybe even clear a little bit more than that. And I would consider adding to the position. Roku. Roku is continuing to lose steam, and CLH is continuing to lose steam. Uber seems to be the only one that's fighting to stay. Of course, it is on the, sitting on the moving average as we talked about. Save is actually losing a little bit of steam here. FEYE is continuing to move down. So I'd almost be comfortable getting in this with a larger share size position, but it is kind of sitting on some of these levels here. This might be all that it loses today. It doesn't typically move much, so I'm going to take that one off my radar. Tesla's pushing. I mean, it's chopping around. It's definitely chopping around. But it did finally break, and so far it's holding above that 806 level. So I'm prone to believe that it's going to continue to make a squeeze up. And I think that's exactly what it would be. I think it would be a squeeze. because I don't know if there's any kind of genuine buying at these levels. I mean, maybe for people who are FOMOing in, but let's see. So work had a really nice buy up there. Work is maintaining above. So every time that it hit this 30 level was a very psychological number for work to break through. It just kept having a sell off. For those of you who are in pre-market, you heard me talking about it. But right now it's maintaining above, which means that market maker is no longer there. And look at this, Disney finally resolving to the downside. So good job there. Uber finally making a move down. Good job there. This may put us over 200 on the day, and we'll probably just call it a day at that point. I will check the chat here in a minute, and we'll address some of the stuff. So save $10. Yeah, everything is tanking right now, guys. The SPY is making a considerable pull, so it could just be profit taking. It might just be a minor pullback, nothing major. So we'll consider that. And we will look for Uber too. We'll take first bit of profit at the break of 32. Although I may add, if we get a pullback on it, I may actually add. So I would want to pull back to 23. Maybe 27. BYND could be meeting some resistance up here. You can see here on the 15 minute, it has not broken the previous 15-minute candle's high. So on the 5 minute though, it is holding the 9 exponential moving average. But we could completely lose that here. So I think I'd be okay on 25 shares to see if we can get that breakdown, especially with how weak the SPY is. So we'll do that, and we'll see if we can make a move back to VWAP on those 25 shares. Would love to see a break and a hold below the 20 EMA on the 2 minute. And of course it would crack through and hold below the 9 EMA on the 5 minute all at the same time. So I think we can get that, but just in case, I will be ready to take a small loss on it. Or I may, just depending on how it's looking, I may add to it. But BYND can be a little finicky. You know, again, we really want to see the break of that 20 EMA on the 2 minute. And we may get it here, especially if the SPY remains weak. Uber, I will not add to that position. But I do want to see if it can continue making a move down and a break of 32. This may be it. This may be the flush that we have been waiting for. Really needs to break that 20 EMA and hold below on the 2 minute. And again, the 5 minute. Would love to see a move back to VWAP here, guys. $130.20 is the breaking point. This could be it. It's holding though. Got a big order down there at 120.97. It's holding 130.20. Does not want to break. We should get the drop here. We should get the drop. I would take 10 shares at 129.41. It's still holding. Wouldn't break 130.20. Okay, we're going to come out half there just in case. And then we'll see what the other half does. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. So, all right, Sagar. Thanks, Note again. Yeah, I know I haven't been as present today. It's really been focusing on these trades here, but it's been a good day nonetheless, and we're probably going to close it out here. Got some other work I've got to get to. BYND. I don't see why BYND isn't breaking. BYND. There's no reason why it should be holding here. I almost want to just add to this 41. I mean, it's holding that 9 EMA, but there we go. 130.17. We should be getting the break here, guys. If we break 129.85, there's no reason why we shouldn't get a further breakdown from there. Okay, I am back. Mic back on. I'm really looking for it to flush here. But I don't know. It may keep going, and in that case, I very well may add back to my position. I think if it flushes, I mean, we can at least get out with minimal loss here. But if it continues to go up, I will add, just to see if I can bring the average higher and get another flush. But if we get the break of 131.69, we should definitely come down, maybe even a 131.16. Maybe we might even profit on this, but we'll see. I have a feeling it's going to continue going up. SPY is showing strength. It's losing steam, but it's showing strength. Need that flush right here. Gonna go ahead and unload half right there. Didn't want to do it, guys, but now we brought our average 35 shares at 131.70. So yeah, I really hated to do that, but still doing good. And if it goes up, I will add to my position. If it comes down, we will take that other 35 at 130.70. And I think we can get that on that other 35. Because if it's going to break, it's going to break pretty hard. We may come even all the way back down to these levels here. So, but didn't want to mess around with it. NCLH coming back up, presenting really good scalping opportunities here. I would probably like to start adding in towards VWAP. I don't think there's going to be any kind of a major buy up here, but I think a lot is dependent on the SPY. You know, I would even consider well, TWLO making irrational moves. Wayfair and TWLO are the two most irrational stocks right now. I mean, I don't understand. At 250, sitting here watching mRNA take off without me. It's on an all-time high. I'm going to take this at 130.50. See if we can pack something else onto the day. I'll check out mRNA. mRNA. Whoa. Yeah, all-time high. Coming up to this level here at 57.26. I would be it'd be okay to start averaging in with 100 shares. And I would go for a quick scalp, just a quick $50 scalp. Let's see. So we got it at 56.99. So 56.59. Quick 40 bucks here if we can do it. If it continues to push up, well, if it comes down to 59, I'll just keep it there. I'll continue to average into that position as it moves up. Might even take a quick 30 bucks actually. And if it pauses and doesn't take out my order, then I'll take it at a quick 20 bucks. See if we can get this here. Looks like it's pausing a little. Let's take it to 77. See if we can get that. It's pausing pretty hard. Come on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just take it there. I don't trust it. Although watch it now get a flush all the way down to the 56.30s. I will look to add again. There was a quick little $9 there on mRNA. Nothing major, but yeah, watch this now get the flush all the way down here to the 56.30s. Should have been more patient with it. But if it comes shooting up, even better, because I see some resistance here at 57.29. Yeah. So I would take it at 57.30, 57.28 for a quick scalp. Quick 15-cent scalp. I think we could do that. I think we could do it if it busts above there. I want to really see it ramp up to 57.28. And that's just the starting position. Here we go. There we go. Okay, there was a pause there. So I'm going to come out. Guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. could be struggling at this point. Really could be. Really could be struggling at this point. I mean, we could be about to get a pretty solid move back. I mean, we've got some resistance here. Now this is granted pre-market, just a bunch of pre-market resistance. BYND is just continuing to go. $31.70, so $33.70. On another 35 shares. I've got to catch it at the right moment. Man, this is going to drag out today. I can feel it. Let's look at some of these other ones. CLH, making that move up to VWAP. Really love to take it at VWAP again. See if we can make a push. mRNA pushing. It's good. See if we can get a good move up here. Okay, it broke past that. So 58.85 is kind of what we're looking at next. Okay, I'm kind of interested in taking a 50 share position just to start. It's very extended over VWAP right now. Just a nice steady buy up. I'll tell you what though, when it fails, it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail hard. I'm going to jump in with 50 here on mRNA, and because if we get a flush all the way down to these levels, I don't know if we will, but that could definitely take care of some of the hit I'm about to take on BYND. So where do we get in? 57.23, so 56.43 would be good. And if it continues to just move up and plow higher, then then I'll just I think we can make it back to 56.43. But if it continues to plow higher, I'll just continue to add to my position. There we go. Nice move down. There we go. Nice move down. I'm going to come out half there. We'll hold the other 25 for that move, and we'll hold it to 33. We'll see if we can hold it to 33. It'll probably come up and test again. I can't see it coming up and just blowing through everything. May even get in at 57, 57.13. BYND. Come on, BYND. You know you want to fail. You know you can't help it. Looks like SPY may be pulling in here a minute as well, or dropping, yeah. Sorry, Note again. I know I've kind of been out of the loop here with you. Thanks for staying with me, though. Thanks for keeping me company here in the chat. And looks like we got a few people here in the room today. So, yeah, so we're right now shorting mRNA, looking for a good pullback. Now, if it holds that 9 EMA, I'll go ahead and just get out. But right now, just using mRNA as a quick little hedge against some of what's been going on with BYND. BYND just kind of has taken pretty much all my profits on the day today. I'd be up so much more right now if it weren't for BYND. But but we've got some resistance here at 35, and I will look to add. The one good thing about BYND is it comes up and it pulls back. It comes up and it pulls back. It comes up and it pulls back. It comes up, and it may go up even further, but then it'll pull back. And so, I'm gonna plan on adding another 35 shares at some point to BYND, and hopefully. Okay, mRNA might be staying strong here, so I may have to come out. Yeah, it's 2 minute. It's holding on the 2 minute. So let's see. It's going to be deceiving here. And get a little deception in on this. I've got an order out, but we'll see. There's a lot of selling, but Every time it sells, the bears or the bulls come in and buy right back up. Okay, coming out mRNA just in case. Yeah, all I'm really looking for on mRNA is, enough of a rejection to make a better, an even greater pullback. What I'd really like to see is a turnaround on the SPY, and I think we're going to get it. But just honestly don't know when. Man, I should have caught that reversal. I was talking about it. I just didn't jump on it. Tesla's continuing to push. So BYND is probably going to get the push through 134, I imagine. Unless SPY can start, turning around and coming back to maybe test VWAP or something. I mean, I could see BYND doing the same. But right now, what I would want to see BYND do is just get a complete break back down through these levels. And I would love to get out break even, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I would get out if we could bring this loss down to about $30. I'd be okay with that. But I think as long as SPY is strong, I mean, BYND may stay pretty strong. So 35 at 132.70. Maybe even 132.50 if we can get it. You really have to see a good flush here. See where we could get on the 5 minutes. So I'm going to end up having to just add and then look for another move down. Otherwise, 132.45 I think would be safe to take it. Maybe 132.40. So we'll see. Are they going to just give back profit on the day, or try to maintain there? mRNA is spool flagging, could be a trap. looks like it wants to go, but it's getting bought up. See if it can go. This may get a really nice flush down. Man, SPY's getting bought up. mRNA really looks like it wants to go. BYND held 133. See if it can crush through and pick me up here at 132.40. $132.15. Might even get below 132.40. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. It's a nice move down. Might even be able to break even, guys. I'm going to try to break even here. Well, nah, it's holding that 9 EMA. We'd have to break down. We'd have to really break down past that 9 EMA. On the 5-minute. SPY heading to pre-COVID levels. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's going up there, guys. It's definitely going up there. mRNA just continues to get bought back up. Very strong stock. And it tends to be kind of whippy like this. Uber, talk about a rollover pattern. I mean, this really looks like it's going to roll over. BYND getting bought right back up. See if it fails. And if it fails, I think I might even move that order down. So let's just see what this does here. Might even be fine with putting this back at 130. Maybe even trying to make a little bit of a profit off of it. If it can fall back. If not, then, like I said, this is going to be an all-day struggle. Yeah, mRNA, it would be good for it to stay under 57 for a short. But I don't know, Notergen. I think it's going to go back up. It's a very strong stock. I think if SPY could finally get a rollover here, I don't see why it couldn't. but it's a lighter volume day, so it should make some kind of a pullback to VWAP. Should make some kind of a pullback. BYND getting bought right back up off that 9 EMA. Just need to see if it's genuine. So it's like a nice little powerhouse buy up there on BYND. I think I'm going to start going in, guys, with 35 shares. I mean, let's see if it breaks 134. I'll probably add there and then look for a fail. Otherwise, hopefully we get a fail here. I mean, if this can be like a fake buy out there, if that can be seen as just a short squeeze, hopefully this will start falling at these levels. Everybody who bought up here will end up dumping, which probably a lot of them were dumping here and over here. But see if we get up into 134, and I'll take off see what this looks like on the 30-minute, the hour. Okay. mRNA failed attempt, came up to 57.29 again. This is a previous area of resistance in a pre-market turnout the other day. You can see right up here, 57.34 roughly. Keeps coming up there and getting rejected. TWLO. Stock faked me out several times yesterday. Don't feel too good about it. BYND is following that bottom consolidation. However, it did fail to make a good push on that second leg up. Gives conviction to topping out on it. Yeah, it does. What it really gives conviction to also is that, if we continue to get a buy up on it, it's going to have another pullback. I feel very strongly that it's going to have another pullback, and I think that, and that gives me a better feeling of adding to my position. Averaging in. But I'm telling you what, it's still strong, still strong. I mean, I think it could blow past 134. But like I said, I'm not saying that it will. I mean, obviously, if we start getting the breakdown here, that'd be great. Return to VWAP would be excellent. But if we do get a breakout above 134, I think, we should be able to get a pullback as it nears 135. $135.23. There's a lot of resistance there, so I'm fine with that. 134.70 to 135.40, 135.70 would be another spot. And I think that would give us enough to where on the next pullback we could get out. We could get out safely, break even. If I had brought my average up even more up through here, we would have been able to get out on that pullback. So the thing is I've been hesitating on the averaging. It's understandable to not average in with this market. Yeah, it's interesting how heavy this market is beginning to move. It's very interesting. See if we can get that fill at 70. 134.70. There we go. Okay, so we got 70 shares now at 133.20. And we've got another order at 135.40. And now we can take those shares off at 133.80, I think. Is that right? I think that's right. 133.80. Yeah. So I'll take them off there if we can get that moved back down. That'll give me roughly a $40 loss, I think. $35 loss. It would be 133.70 actually. So let's see if we can get that 133.70. I'll take it at 133.80. I think we can get that. There we go. There we go. Come on. Let's get a fill down there. Come on, we just need to get a flush below 134. It's okay if we don't. I'll consider adding 2. I still think we can get a significant pullback. Still looking strong, guys. So if we don't get the flush here, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a buy up through 135. See if we can get this flush here. See if we can get this flush through 134. Looks like we might get the buy up. With the way that it's pausing here, I think we could get an actual flush down to 133.70. So I'll take it there, and if there's any hesitation, I'll buy it immediately at 90. It's got to get down to 90 though. I'll even take it here, just in case. Okay, it looks like we're going to get a continued buy up. SPY's getting a continued buy up. So we're probably going to ride this rodeo for a little bit longer. And that's fine. So if it loses it now, I think I've got the confidence to hold to 133.60. Otherwise, let's see this up. Be right back. Have to go pick up the kiddos. Okay. Thanks, Notigan. So we're going to look for to average in more at 135. Well, 135.40. Okay, guys. Well, I have got some other work that I've got to get to here, so I will continue watching this, and I will continue adding to my position as needed. Um, unless we can get the flush here, this would be great. If we can get the flush here, and then we'll just kind of stop where we're at on the day, and hopefully, hopefully get out with very, very minimal loss, very minimal damage. Um, yeah, I don't see why we couldn't get a flush to 133.60 and get out with a $30 loss. I think it would be roughly maybe 28 dollars loss maybe. Yeah, it'd be a $28 loss. So, and probably $33 after fees and commissions. Um, but if we don't get the flush here, I'm just gonna have to go, and what I'll have to do is just continue to add little by little as we creep up. I think at some point we'll probably see a turnover, and if we don't, then I'll have to get out and take a loss. I mean, right now, if I took this, I'd still end the day up 100, or I'd still end the day $55. So, but I think we're gonna get a pullback, and it looks like volume is dying off a little, um, and I think that's a good place for a pullback. And really, if we continue to go up, I've got plenty to add to my position for a few more dollars, and we should get enough of a drop, back to some of these levels around here, and that's where the average will probably be brought up to. So right now, I mean, it's strong. The SPY is continuing to get bought up. I imagine at some point it's going to roll over, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. And maybe I'll just have to get out with, a big loss. And like I said, just be kind of break even on the day. But it's been a good week overall, and really can't complain. Ending the week in the green for sure. Um, but um, but yeah, yeah. Hopefully we'll come back later. You'll see the recap, and we'll have we'll have pulled this one off. I think there's significant enough resistance here at $35 to pull it off. Not only do you have these couple levels back here, but you've got all of this back here as previous support. So yeah, I think with a little bit of weakness with the SPY, um, and a little bit of top end profit taking against that resistance, I think we should be able to move back at least to these levels. I mean, I really feel like I'll have to take a minimal loss on this today. So, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll let it play out, and hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Hope you have a good weekend. Thanks, Work Diver. I appreciate you, man, as always, and everybody else who's in here today. It was good having you in the chat, and I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.